So Stuart, Saturday's win puts us 3 wins in a row now, including the FA Cup. Not a bad way to do it as well in front of the home crowd, a 4-0 win.
Yeah, it was brilliant. A really pleasing performance, a real dominant performance, and it was really nice to watch that game back because we're getting closer and closer to our identity that we've come in and tried to install, and that's in and out of possession. I thought our counter press and our press on Saturday was incredible against a team that are really good with possession.
And as well, you've got a wide variety of players getting involved with the goals at the minute. What is it about the way we play that allows that to happen?
I think we get a lot of different players in key areas, goal scoring areas, and we're starting to score from set pieces now. Gaz is doing a great job with the set pieces, and sometimes earlier in the season you can be doing the same routines but it just doesn't quite come off, and now they're starting to come off, the routines that he's working with the lads and the group. They're starting to take all the info on board, and it's key that we score from set pieces as well.
And like we touched on Saturday, but the squad depth is just phenomenal for what we are at the 5th Division. How is it about that squad depth that really helps with pushing everyone on and spurring everyone on to better performances?
Yeah, look, when you have a squad that we have, they drive the standards in training, and it keeps setting the standards higher and higher. And if you see it at the weekend, if you look at our bench, I always look to the bench and look at the bench. Our bench is so strong with the likes of Banks, Greg Ollie, Fowles, Callum Howe, all of them within that bench. Brooks, they can come and change the game for us in different ways, and I think that's the key. In different games we're going to need players to come from the bench and change it for us.
And just moving on from Saturday, how was everyone looking ahead of tomorrow's game?
Yeah, we've got a few little knocks and bumps which you expect after an intense game on Saturday, and we've trained today. They've come in, it's a very light load and tactical today, so we'll see how they come through today and be ready to go tomorrow.
One big selection headache you might have is obviously the fact that Callum Howe came back from injury or the head injury, whatever it was, obviously at the weekend. Coinciding with how well Ash Palmer's played recently, how could that dynamic look now? Yeah,
look, they're the headaches that we want now. I think the competitiveness within the group and the lads driving each other on, I think that's why Ash Palmer's performed so well when he come into the group, because he's got his opportunity and he's taken it. And that's why Cal, you see on Saturday, he's fighting, he wants to come back and take his place again. So look, we've got competitiveness throughout the whole squad, and that's what we need.
Boreham sits second in the league, 16 unbeaten in all competitions. Obviously, a newly promoted side might come up as an underdog, but they've shown that they're here to compete at the highest level. Yeah,
I think if you look at their squad, I think when they did get relegated, they kept most of the squad together, and I think they've added really well to the squad last season. In their promotion season, I think they signed players in the National League South that were better than the level and probably mid to top end in this level. So they're a real threat. I believe that they've got a squad that will be up there come the end of the season. Luke's done a great job there. They've changed their philosophy slightly, and we know it's going to be a really difficult test.
They've played some tough away ties already, Carlisle and Scunthorpe, I think it is, to name a couple, and haven't lost yet. Does that put into perspective how difficult a task tomorrow actually is in terms of the overall game?
Yeah, look, they're a team that's right up there for a reason, and they're performing very well. They try and dominate the ball now, which we know that we've got to be very good out of possession against these, but we've also got to be very good in possession. We know it's going to be a real tough test. They've got lots of attacking threats, and they're a team as well that can score goals from anywhere.
In terms of their style of play, what kind of game do you think they'll bring to the LNER?
Look, I think they'll come here. I think they'll be aggressive in their press in the top end. They won't want us to have the ball in the same way that we won't want them to have the ball. I think it's two teams that will want to be in possession of that football to try and control it. They're a team that like to get their full-backs high now with their wingers on the inside of the game to try and dominate and get their talented footballers, which they have in abundance at the top end of the pitch, in and around your goal, facing the goal on the inside of the game. So it's something that we've got to make sure that we're ready for.
You get such a variety of teams and games at this level in the National League. Is that something you relish?
Yeah, of course. Every week's a different challenge. From Wheelstone to Boreham, they're different challenges in different ways. I believe that this is going to be a real tough test because it's two teams that are right up the top of the division and both have the same goal of probably trying to get promoted out of the division.
And obviously in front of the lights, how crucial will the home support be tomorrow night, do you think, in a game like that?
Look, the fans are going to be huge tomorrow. They're going to be the 12th man. We're going to need them. We're going to need this place rocking. We're going to need everything we can to make sure that we put on that performance that gets them loud and get them right behind the boys. But they've been incredible so far this season.
Thanks for your time, Stuart.
Cheers, thank you.